One guy said to our mother once, Ross is like a seawater bath. He hasn't got blood in his body, he's got seawater. He's that committed to it. Oh, yeah, the day I can't even smell that seawater, I'm going to be the saddest person to whatever. I don't know. That's a bit frightening, yeah. I've been fishing on this boat 43 years. You've got to be mentally stable, you've got to be strong, aggressive. Beyond any reasonable doubt, I learned all that from my father. They're there to teach me how to do a job, and the boss of that job is two of the strongest forces known to mankind, the wind and the sea. I used to get badly seasick, really sick, sitting on the steps, not a happy boy, tears rolling down my face, and every time the old man would go to cook tea, I'd sit on the floor, knowing, and I said to him one night, I don't think I can make it, Pop. He said, you shouldn't use that word. He said, you never know. And little did I realise I was to have the career that's just finished. Paddy's Pride was constructed mainly because of the dreams that Harry had created from working with me for 14 years. For more or for less, he knew the old man was dying, and he virtually decided to construct a memorial for him, as silly as that might sound. Someone that had won the respect, sailed in and out the notorious Port Phillip Heads. What else could you do for him than that? Because it was not a boat as such, it was a lifestyle. Until we got the clearance from the old man, very nerve-wracking. Near enough is not good enough, and all these other adjectives that are describing the level of commitment that he wanted to see on the day of reckoning, which was when we wheeled him around the boat to give a nod of, yes, it should be all right, or pull it apart again. And that's how much we admired him. He wasn't going to hesitate to tell us to pull it down either. He was assured 9 days before he died that what he'd seen was enough, and he reckoned it was going to be very good. When we launched this, when you went back in the daylight and here's this big thing sitting on the water, and you've built it, you've helped build this thing, and the old boy's not there to say, well, she's sitting nicely, it's not balanced properly, it's laying over one way. Through that period of not having him, especially initially, I kept looking over my shoulder to say, what do you think, Pop? What do you think I should do? The big waves are coming. What should I do? The time and the tide waits for no person. It doesn't pick and choose. Nature's running the show, and that's it. To get to the top of one's profession is a very interesting scenario, because you're under that much pressure and you're that pumped up with excitement and adrenaline, you don't see where you are until you work out that you're aging, you're starting to go downhill, so to speak, which is a part of living. We've got lowered fish stocks almost to the degree of the fleets are disappearing. This port used to have 40 boats in it. Now it's got 2. The future of all fishing industries are very much uncertain. I consider that, I am losing contact with an inherited job. Fishing was all I lived and slept for. It's been my life. So where to now? Paddy's Pride at the moment is being cleaned up, painted up in readiness to try and sell it. In life, as we mature, it's not what you want to do, it's what you've got to do. I think the end has been well and truly programmed for me to unfortunately depart from the fishery, because it's been my life, and that's a very hard thing to understand. We're endeavouring to try and sell the boat through a broker, like a real estate agent. You won't have much connection with them after everything is settled. They might want advice, of course, from how to do this, you know, because the boat will be strange to them as well. He or she will alter the boat to whatever they think they can do with it. At the minute, the boat's set up for, of course, the way I required it to be, especially working it on my own. They might change it quite a lot.
Do you want to see it changed?
Oh. Again, I've already, in answer to your question whether I want to see it changed or not, again, I support with the new owner with whatever they wish to do. Yeah, it's very easy to become historical when you look at it. If you become too hysterical about something that's historical, as this boat is, you're fooling yourself. So you've got to just, you know, broaden your shoulders and get on with it. The ferry are named, the seafaring section of them will eventually dissolve. You won't be looked at as we've seen from our forefathers, mothers and fathers. Once you seem to get to that 60 years or whatever the world doesn't want you, then you've got to retire. Why? What are you retiring from, may I ask? What are you really becoming retired for? It's a good question, isn't it? As our old man used to say, it's a good idea, a good person who's worn out, not rusted out. The experience that I've acquired throughout the journey of the life thus far, which I consider is nearly finished, is of devastation. To have all that knowledge, I won't say wasted because that's not fair to myself in that regard, but forgotten or abolished. It's been a journey of disbelief. And of course you judge your own time here too, no one's to do that. My legacy that I leave behind would be a very, very small etching on the drawing. Like we all have something to do with it because that's our lives. So somehow or other how we've appeared to be of some value, some worth. But it would be extremely little, I'd be pleased to say. This is the end of the show, pretty much in my case. There's either yes or there's no, and you can only pussyfoot around for a given period of time, and then you run out of money or you run out of dreams. I don't know which is the most important.